all, welcome to our channel. So in this video we will talk about NodeMCU interfacing with 16x2 segment LCD using PCF8574. So we will explain why PCF8574 is required in between segment LCD and NodeMCU. And post that discussion, we'll show the setup on how they are connected, and then we will go to the code explanation on how the code is written in Arduino IDE. Okay, first let's start with interfacing between NodeMCU and PCF8574 module. So if you see, this is NodeMCU board and this is a PCF8574 GPIO expander. Okay, so this GPIO expander has I2C interface on one side and GPIO pins on the other side. This has exactly the 16x2 LCD pinout here, okay, which can be used for interfacing a 16x2 easily. Okay, so that's the greatest advantage of this board, or you can use these individual pins as GPIO and control over I2C from NodeMCU. So why do we need this is, if you see this NodeMCU has limited pinout, right? So very limited pinout. So we cannot have this pinout and connect 16 pins of the LCD, because you don't have that much GPIO pins here. We have only 9 GPIO pins which can be used. You can also use the 16x2 segment LCD in 4-bit mode, but still having dedicating those many pins for a single sensor, for a single LCD interface, limits the NodeMCU capabilities to interface other devices. Like example, if I want to do interface a Arduino, okay, or if I want to connect some sensors, or if I want to connect some LEDs, buttons, or whatever. So we are going to limit the functionalities of NodeMCU if you are just using the NodeMCU to interface the segment LCD itself. So for that we are using this interface module, which is PCF8574. So if you see here, we are connecting SDACL, the D1 and D2 pins to the SDACL of PCF8574, and then we have 5 volts that is connected. So this has a wide range of operation, 2.4 to 5.6 if you remember correctly. So 5 volts can be used. So we are giving 5 volts, and then we are giving the common ground. So that's the simplest connection with PCF8574. So where are we going to connect the LCD module? So if you see, this is how we are going to connect the LCD module. So this is the interface between the NodeMCU and PCF8574, which we talked in the previous page, and then the output pins, it is connected in the same sequence. So if you have PCF8574, the easiest thing is you can have a Berghaus kind of thing soldered to this and plug this PCF8574 directly. It's as simple as that. Okay, and then if you see the color combinations, you can use the same one-on-one connections which we have shown here. Take a snapshot of this and you can connect them directly from PCF8574 to the 16x2 segment LCD. In case if you are using a breadboard, it's a straightforward connection. So this, if you see, the connectivity from the NodeMCU is so minimized that you need not use all these pins. You just need a total of 2 pins, that's it, I2C, apart from the voltage and the ground. So that means the number of digital pins that are required are only 2. So simple, right? 16, and we have only 2 here. Wow, awesome. So let us continue our discussion. Let us show the setup, how it looks like. It looks very simple. Let us go to that. So guys, this is the connection. So you can see here, this is the NodeMCU board. This is the NodeMCU board, and then you have the PCF8574 GPIO expander board, and from here the 16 pins through the cable are connected to this 16x2 LCD. So this connection looks complex, right? If you can arrange that on a breadboard itself, it you can use it very easily. So we thought to just extend by cables. You can also have that on the breadboard by having a work stick kind of arrangement. So this is how the setup looks like. Now let's move to the coding part. What you see here is a very simple code, because we are using the wire library and the inbuilt I2C. We are all like covered with the very basic code that is present in the background, and we are just going to use the functions. That's it. So if you are a beginner, yes, this works, right? But if you are a experienced professional, you might have to dig deeper and see what is inside each and every function, or try to write the functions. So what we are using is a wire library, and then liquid crystal underscore I2C library, and then we are calling the basic LCD class here. So then the address 0 cross 27, and 16 is the number of segments, and 2 is the number of lines. You can see here the liquid crystal I2C is a constructor which has all the three parameters: LCD address, columns, and rows. Okay, so 0 cross 27 is the I2C address of PCF8574. Okay, now what we are doing is we are not running any loop here. We are just trying to initialize the LCD, turn on the backlight, setting the cursor at first position of the first line, and we are printing welcome to our, and then in the second line we are trying to set it in the first position of the second line, and we are saying we are trying to print way to no channel. So let us try to run this. Okay, so when you run this, you might see an incompatibility error which you can ignore, because this code works for the NodeMCU as well. Okay, so the code is dumped, and there isn't any loop that is running. I was just trying to display once, which should be enough to see on the LCD. Let us go to the LCD and see what it is displaying. You can see the LCD here, which is displaying welcome to our way to know channel. So whatever we have been trying to write the code, it is displaying, and these connections we have explained. So LCD code is made very simple because of this PCF8574, right? You need not use the pins of NodeMCU, and at the same time over a serial port you can try to send the code. A very simple scenario, useful scenario, right? Try it on your side and let us know if you have any questions. Thank you.